Welcome to WLTZ First News. Today, that's where I'm at. We're going to go to the most accurate forecast first. 51 degrees outside under a clear sky. Winds are north-northwest at 7 miles an hour. Going to be a mild one today. We get warmer toward the middle of the week. Some storms again in the picture for your hump day. All those forecast details in a bit. Have a good Monday morning.
Look who's here, Dana Bear.
Hello.
So glad you're here this morning.
Good seeing you.
Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Marlena Muma. Well, Columbus police are investigating a homicide that happened over the weekend. Yesterday morning around 4:30 a.m., officers were called to Casita Road in reference to someone being shot. When officers arrived, they discovered 60-year-old Richard Watson suffering from a gunshot wound. Watson was sitting inside of a vehicle that struck a telephone pole. Watson was pronounced dead at the scene. If you have any information on this incident, please contact Columbus Police. The suspect has been identified and arrested in the theft caught on camera last week. Jason Ware has been charged with battery and robbery. Ware is currently in the Muskogee County Jail. And for the first time, this is interesting, since 1957, the city of Miami went at least 7 weeks without a single murder. The Miami Police Department released the statistics. While stay-at-home orders are playing a role, the police chief says the trend started in mid-February before social distancing was put in place. The city did not report a homicide from February 17th to April 12th.
Columbus, we can do it, Columbus.
Oh yeah, us too, right? Miami police say other crimes have also decreased in the area. It is a very interesting story, isn't it?
We can do it, Columbus.
We can do it. Well, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden is planning to pick a woman for his running mate. Former Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams has been mentioned as a possibility. On CNN's State of the Union yesterday, Abrams said she trusts Joe Biden to make the best decision and that Joe Biden enjoys the trust of communities of color. Abrams is believed to be on Biden's list, which also includes former primary opponents like Senators Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris.
Certainly for the African American community and for communities of color, because of this pandemic, there is a great deal of distrust because these communities are being left to survive on their own, often without the support that they need from those who are called to lead. But I want to make one thing very clear. Joe Biden enjoys the trust of communities of color, and he will take no one for granted. And I believe that he will make the right choice based on what he understands and what his team leads and recommends that he do.
And Representative Jim Clyburn's endorsement of Biden helped the former vice president win the crucial South Carolina primary. Clyburn has made it known he favors the choice of a black woman for Biden's vice presidential candidate. And when the coronavirus struck, the blow was devastating for everyone, especially for people with low incomes. Doctors' offices and hospitals were asked to cancel non-emergency visits. This meant the poor, who are more likely to have chronic diseases that require more frequent visits. They had to wait to see a doctor, so they turned to the nonprofit Tree of Life Healthcare that sees low-income patients and patients without health insurance. In order to keep treating these patients, Tree of Life needs your donations and medical volunteers. Dee Armstrong has more.
We are here to ease the tension.
It's a small building on North Avenue, but the mission is big: to continue health care for patients with chronic illnesses.
If in the event that they come in and they have a temperature or they may be coughing, we will immediately isolate that patient and refer them to the emergency department.
I was working on it.
Tree of Life is staffed with professional volunteers, putting their lives at risk treating patients during this pandemic. The CEO, Dr. Lowell Clyott, does not agree with the governor's decision to begin opening businesses.
Those are those industries that need to be in your personal space. And so I'm somewhat perplexed, but I would recommend we as Georgians follow the CDC.
He knows the poor are more likely to work jobs that don't offer health insurance, not eat the most nutritious foods, and have chronic diseases, which means they will continue to be at a greater risk and least likely to afford health care.
The need is increasing, but the funders are not keeping pace with that. So we're asking those in our community to go online and support us. And you can do that by going to www.treeoflifehealthcare.org.
And according to a study by the National Institutes of Medicine, the poor African Americans are more likely to have chronic diseases and are more likely to suffer more or die from COVID-19. Well, many people have received their stimulus checks, but some have not. We'll have those details on how to help after the break. Dana Bear.
You got yours?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
What'd you spend it? What are you spending on?
I'm saving it.
No, you're supposed to. It's called stimulus. What's to stimulate the economy? You got to spend it.
That's true. Maybe I'll go shopping
She didn't
today.
save it. She didn't save it. You went and got a tattoo and went and got a massage and went and got mani-pedi on
Yep,
Friday, right?
I
Because
did.
that's all it's
I did
open.
get a
I love
mani-pedi
you.
finally.
Yep. Hoorah. Welcome to Georgia. Anyway, looking at your weather headlines, a beautiful Monday in store. Yesterday was windy. Going to ease on up today, though. And we got 3 days until warm. Then the week's going to be pretty warm. We're dodging some storms, though, on Wednesday. All those forecast details in just a bit.
When managing diabetes, you can't always stop for a finger stick. With the Freestyle Libre 14-day system, a continuous glucose monitor, you don't have to. With a painless 1-second scan, you can check your glucose with a smartphone or reader, so you can stay in the moment, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Ask your doctor for a prescription for the Freestyle Libre 14-day system. You can do it without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Family Feud, weeknights at 7, right here on WLTZ.
Every morning, the answers you seek.
What is the impact on readiness? How much testing really needs to be done?
And the generosity we need.
That just does your heart so much good.
We're going to be with you every day.
I don't know how we would have survived without Mediacom. We have 5 kids, and we have Mediacom for all of our internet and all of our cable services. So I'm stuck in my house, but at the same time, I'm connected to people all over the world, and it's been fantastic.
Right now, we all feel like the world is in a standstill. The internet has played a huge role in allowing us to stay connected to our jobs and stay connected with the ones that we love. We couldn't do it without Mediacom.
Together, we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
Hey, this is Jeff from the Witch Witch in Auburn and Opelika. Just want to let everybody know that our Opelika Tigertown store is still open. We're serving people at our drive-thru, curbside, and delivery. Also wanted to take a moment to thank all the healthcare professionals in our community nearby and for everything that they're doing to keep our community safe and healthy. You guys are in our thoughts and prayers.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will. Together, we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
Hey everyone, Scott Carroll with the Challenge Outdoors. And let's face it, we're all going through some very difficult times right now, but we must practice social distancing.
And I'm Brad Frost, and that doesn't mean we can't FaceTime a family member or a friend, or hey, even get out and enjoy God's beautiful creation.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will.
I am so excited about this show.
Weekdays at 3. And now, WLTZ First Weather with meteorologist Dana Barker.
And welcome back to the week here. Last full week of April. Actually, it's not a full week because Friday is May 1st. So last week of April. Enjoy the last 4 days here. Picture of the area, high pressure over the Magnolia State, Mississippi. It's not really a three-dimensional high. Don't go out there and try to look for this H here. It's just high pressure on the map here. Low pressure over Canada, another low pressure system over New England, bringing some showers and storms. Brought some severe weather to parts of the eastern part of the country over the past couple of days. This trough of low pressure here will strengthen as it comes on in toward our area. That's going to bring us more in the way of showers and storms on Wednesday, so maybe on the strong side. We'll get to that in a little bit. Checking right now, the satellite radar composite throughout the area. Again, we saw clear skies. It was breezy, though. This low pressure system is pretty strong here. You see the little comma shape. You see the very, very mature system up to our north and east. Because of that, we saw some very strong winds yesterday. Also saw some strong winds on Saturday. But again, look at this. Nothing over the area right now in terms of cloud cover. Just some very, very high clouds, thin clouds. That's going to be the MO for today as well. We're going to see some nice conditions and some cool temperatures. Satellite radar composite, we zoom on in here. And again, this isn't low clouds here. This is cool ground. Actually in the 40s throughout most of the area here. It is a very cool one to start your Monday morning. Basically north and west of I-85, we're in the 40s, 47 degrees in Auburn, 46 Lafayette and LaGrange. 51 here in the Fountain City, a little warmer down toward the south. Eufaula, Cuthbert, and Fort Gaines checking in at 53. Highs today, lower to mid-70s, about a tick up from where we were this time yesterday. We saw lower 70s yesterday, some upper 60s in some of the outlying colder areas. We'll see 70s today for a high. Looking right now at the futurecast, again, there's that high pressure over Mississippi is going to come over our area. The winds will lighten today as a result of the high pressure system, and we'll see a pretty warmer day than what we saw yesterday. Storms to the north and west, though, they'll dissipate by the time we get to the Tuesday morning time frame. This will be our weather maker coming into your Wednesday. We're going to see low pressure move on off toward the east. We'll get in the warm sector firmly here. There's two really waves of storms. The first one's going to come in the morning hours on Wednesday with a decaying line coming in from the north and west. Second one will be over our area, develop right over the viewing area here and bring some showers and storms, some scattered storms on a scattered basis. May see some severe weather, damaging winds, large hail will be a slight threat. Tornadoes, it's not zero, but it's going to be a low threat coming in to your Wednesday as well. See how low pressure system pulling on off here. And here's the complex going to be over our area Wednesday morning. This will move on off toward the south and east rapidly here. Will be over our area by the time we hit the Wednesday morning time frame. And again, where that lays down, where that boundary lays down or dissipates is going to make all the difference in what happens Wednesday afternoon once we get some daytime heating here. It's going to be warm. It'll be in the 80s on Wednesday for a high. We're going to see dew points in the 60s. So we're going to see the fuel out there for showers and storms. We'll have much more on that coming up in just a little bit. Marlena, back to you with more news.
All right, thank you so much, Dana. Well, the IRS began distributing stimulus checks 2 weeks ago, but many continue to wonder, where's my check? Including Dana. You have not gotten your check yet. Leslie Gatos helps answer some of your questions.
The IRS began distributing direct payments to millions of Americans last week as part of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. But plenty of people are having issues with the IRS Get My Payment portal, which offers information about the status of payments.
The first day was kind of a mess. I logged in a couple of times and then it locked me out for 24 hours. There's also no way to contact anybody.
You can log into the check your payment icon, but it gets me a message, payment status not available. It gives you reasons for why that may be, including not having filed prior tax returns, but I have filed.
If payment status is not available, the IRS says it could be for a number of reasons, such as you're not eligible for payment, or if you haven't filed in tax year 2018 or 19. Certified public accountant Scott Kaplowich says he's heard from a lot of clients who are getting that payment status not available message.
There really is no one to answer the questions. There really is no support for the process.
Other questions we've heard, will you get a check if you owe the IRS back taxes for previous years? According to the IRS website, the answer is yes. What if the portal tells you that your payment should have been deposited on April 15th, but you haven't received it yet? The IRS says your financial institution may not have processed it yet, but to keep checking back. Some parents want to know if their dependents who are 18 or older will be getting their own checks. The answer is no. Children will not receive a check if they're claimed as a dependent on their parents' return. And if you've received a relief payment on behalf of a deceased loved one, you're not alone. If an individual died in 2019 and their most recent tax return on file was for 2018, it's possible they would be issued a check. The IRS hasn't issued guidance on this yet, but experts say to set that money aside.
I would recommend people who do get refunds for deceased taxpayers leave the money in their accounts until such time as the IRS comes up with a process and whether they want it refunded or not.
And that was Leslie Gatos reporting. In some cases, people who filed with the tax preparer have had their checks sent to temporary accounts set up by the tax preparer for IRS refunds. The IRS says it is working to resolve all of these problems. And Uber is donating thousands of free rides and meals to people experiencing domestic violence. And that tops our look at consumer news this morning. The company says it is giving 50,000 rides to domestic abuse organizations and shelters in more than 30 cities and in 16 countries. The company says it will also provide 45,000 free meals to the shelters. Many organizations are reporting increased incidents of abuse while people are stuck at home. The National Network to End Domestic Violence says COVID-19 has some people stuck at home. With abusers, and that transportation is key to getting them out of those situations. Starbucks is extending its offer of free brewed coffee for first responders and frontline workers through May 31st. That includes police officers, firefighters, paramedics, doctors, nurses, hospital and medical staff, and medical researchers. The coffee giant has already served more than 1 million cups of free coffee to first responders of the COVID-19 outbreak. And customers looking to recognize the heroes in their lives ahead of National Nurses Week and National Law Enforcement Week in May can choose from specially designed Starbucks gift cards available in digital form. Facebook announced a slew of new video calling features Friday. It includes Messenger Rooms, which allows users to host video calls of up to 50 people. Currently, Messenger video calls are limited to 8 people. Messenger rooms 50-person limits will not be immediately available. Facebook users will see a smaller limit at launch, but it will soon ramp up to 50 people, a spokesman told CNBC. No firm that frame was provided.
Who would do that?
I don't know. 50 people?
Yeah.
I don't think I even know.
I would use like Zoom or something. Who would do it on Facebook
I don't
Messenger?
know. I don't even know if I know 50
I don't know.
people.
Tyler, what would you do? Do you use
Zoom or
Messenger?
Facebook? Zoom.
Or
I don't know.
FaceTime, yeah.
FaceTime, there you go. 50
Yep.
people. That's a lot of people.
Hey.
Well, get this past the chips and get ready to dip. Chipotle is sharing its recipe for guacamole on Twitter. Yum. You don't, I know. I can't believe it. It requires just 6 ingredients and 6 steps. But if you're up for something more complicated, Chipotle's executive chef has other ideas. On Instagram, he's spilling the beans or maybe the avocados.
I don't need one of those either. Sorry.
You don't like beans?
No, nor avocados.
What?
No.
What's wrong with you?
I'm the most boring guy when I go to get my my burrito.
What do you
over there.
get?
I just get onions and the salsa mix and the peppers and lots of cheese,
steak?
lots of sour cream and steak.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Yeah.
I get the works with chicken. Yum.
Now I got to go there today.
I know, it sounds good.
Yep.
Let's go. Okay, we're going there for lunch.
All right.
Well, an Auburn initiative is asking for the public's help to sew 10,000 protective face masks. This is pretty cool. More on that coming up next. Dana.
I promise Marlene and I are going to keep 6 feet away from each other.
Yes,
I promise you.
That's true.
Here's your day planner conditions for you. A pretty nice day, all 50 degrees, 8 a.m. Warm into the 60s by noon, mid-70s by 5 p.m. We're going to look at the 8-day forecast for you and much more news coming up.
Humira patients, this one's for you. You inspired us to make your Humira experience even better with Humira Citrate Free. It has the same effectiveness you know and trust, but we remove the citrate buffers. There's less liquid and a thinner needle with less pain immediately following injection. Ask your doctor about Humira Citrate Free, and you can use your copay card to pay as little as $5 a month.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Ask your doctor about Humira Citrate Free, the same Humira you trust with less pain immediately following injection.
If you can't afford your medicine, AbbVie may be able to help.
Together, we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
The Rotary Club of Columbus is a membership organization with a passion for service. My name is Tyler Townsend, and I have the privilege to serve as this year's club president. This is a difficult time for our community, and like you, we're adjusting, including meeting like this online. We want you to know that our 300 members care about you, and we look forward to serving alongside you soon.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will. Together we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
Hi, I'm Sally Baker, Director of Education at the Springer Opera House. Plans are being made for the 24th Annual Summer Springer Theater Academy for students 2 to 18 years old. At the Academy, students learn how to work together, and at the Springer, we are happy to be helping together.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will. Together we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
I know you're worried about your retirement savings. It's been a tough time to invest. I'm Tyler Townsend with Townsend Wealth Management, and we want to caution you against making short-term mistakes. If you are a long-term investor in January with a well-diversified and balanced portfolio, then you're still a long-term investor today.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will.
For Judge Caprio, it's compassion above all.
You think your mother's deserving of a break in this case?
Yes. Caught in Providence.
Weekdays at noon.
We're the first call for people in their time of need. With offices in over 50 cities nationwide. No matter who you are or where you're from, everyone deserves an equal shot at justice. We are for the people.
WLTZ First News Alabama, tonight at 10 Central on WLTZ NBC 38.
WLTZ First News Today continues.
Well, medical professionals are in desperate need of protective face masks during this coronavirus pandemic. And a new Auburn University initiative has a plan to produce 10,000 to meet the growing demand. So that's why Scott Bishop joins us now to tell us about this outreach program and how you can help. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So this is one that started, or it's all around the country, but specifically at Auburn University. Tell us about the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute.
We're a unit of outreach at Auburn University, and we offer classes to people 55 years and older. And most of our classes are volunteer taught by retired professionals and university professors.
Oh, that is wonderful. So why did you want to get your group together and collaborate to make some of the masks for our healthcare workers?
Well, many of us are sheltering in place right now, and a lot of people were already sewing for part of there's a community-wide initiative of several groups who are already sewing to make masks. And so we decided that because we're Auburn University, we have resources that we can offer to people who are already doing this work. And so we worked with Dr. Fred Cam, who is the director of the medical clinic here, and one of our professors in education has a background in engineering. And they came up with a design that doesn't call for anything except fabric and thread. No elastic, nothing but fabric and thread. And so with that design, we created a template, a how-to guide, and did a video tutorial. And then the School of Industrial Design came forward and said, you know, we can be cutting these out pre-cut, and it would go really quickly. And then development came through and gave us $20,000 to spend on materials. So just this week, we really cranked up the production. And yesterday, over at Industrial Design, they cut 1,250 kits that people can pick up from Sunny Slope, and then, which is our home, and sew them and return them, and then we distribute them to places that need them.
That is so wonderful. And I saw that you also got a big donation to help make the masks. So tell us about that.
That's from the Auburn University Foundation. They're the development office. And when they heard about the initiative, they came forward with $20,000 to pay for materials.
That is pretty amazing. So when do you, is the goal, like we were saying, 10,000? Or I mean, if you surpass that, you'll keep going? Or tell us just about the process of how many masks you want to make.
We do want to make 10,000, and we have enough fabric to make 10,000 at this point. We probably have more fabric than that. And if it keeps going, it keeps going. We hope maybe it will. We want to fulfill the need that's out there.
And coming up in our next top hour, they touch on how they are trying to make this pandemic a little brighter and how you can help them out. So stay tuned for that. Dana.
All right, it's time for Dana in for Desmond's Daily Dose. Here's your question. What wild animal has been seen around the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco during the pandemic? It's one that you really haven't seen there in a long while. Send your answers in to dbarker, WLTZ.com. We'll have the answer on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Together, we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Payne from the Youth Orchestra of Greater Columbus. We're committed to helping families make today and every day nothing less than musical. Check out our list of free online concerts and games at yogc.org or on our Facebook page. Thank you.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will. Together we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
I'm Jackie Screws, president of CVCC. We hope you're safe and healthy. We're doing our part helping together in our communities by working remotely, but we're here to support you. So visit our website at cv.edu. Let's stay connected.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will. Together we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
Zoner's Pizza Wings and Waffles is open every day from 5 to 10 p.m. with our entire menu available for pickup or delivery. To place your order, visit us at zonerspizza.com or give us a call at 334-246-3179.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will.
In times like these, when we don't know what tomorrow brings, the work we do at Morgan & Morgan becomes even more important. As we continue to fight for our tens of thousands of clients across this great country, we remain committed as ever to being available to you in your time of need. Our technology, remote resources, and diversified team are battle-tested and ready to represent you from the comfort of your home, wherever you are, whenever you need. We are here for you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Together, we stand in this time of crisis, helping one another.
Jay Bross at Bross Tire Station. We're open at regular hours, and we're helping together. By sanitizing our showroom daily, we want to help keep you safe.
WLTZ, helping. Together we will.
He's so cute. Look away.
My email was Nick J. Leverett.
He's a handsome fella.
Never going for a hug.
She's an incredible singer, incredible guitar player.
She's two-time Grammy winner. Her is here. So excited to be here. Hey. Don't you love this show?
I can do this all day. Make me a regular.
Yes.
Time for our daily dose. Was that on air? I don't know if that was on air or not. Whatever.
We're talking about breakfast.
We're talking about breakfast.
We're
yes.
hungry.
But yeah, you're going to go to sleep. I was offering Waffle House.
It's a Monday.
You know what? First viewer to email. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, you're turning down Waffle House.
I'm sorry. I still have Waffle House.
I thought you were a Southerner. I thought we had indoctrinated you to be Southern and enjoy Waffle House.
Tyler's shaking his head. Why are you shaking your head?
Oh,
wait, okay.
See, I'm not part of that. I'm a guest here. I don't know the whole.
Let's play the game. My crown's on.
What wild animal has been seen around the Golden Gate Bridge in San Fran during the pandemic?
I saw you.
What is that? What is?
It's my crown.
Okay, if you saw me typing it, don't answer.
Yeah, I saw you typing it in.
Okay, she's exempt.
Tyler, what do you think? Think about what.
Have you heard about that?
What animals are in California? Like this one's pretty. Okay, Rock is a. He says good morning, Dana.
Good morning, Rock.
Rock says coyote.
He says coyote. Okay.
Coyote.
Mountain lion, you said?
Mountain lion? Yeah, see, that's another. See, those are some of the
mountain lion,
animals
coyote.
you see around California.
Chantel, what do you think?
For kids.
Says what?
Fair deal.
All right.
Fair
What about in the
deal.
bag? We got Mark and Noah in the back today.
There is just silence.
They're.
We're having a Monday, aren't we?
Yes.
Come on,
That's
people, wake up. He said tiger.
A tiger? Okay. I got a tiger. I got a mountain. What's that?
Joe got it.
I got a mountain lion. I got Carol Baskin. That.
I got Carol.
I'm kidding.
Carol Baskin.
The answer is that Carol Baskin. No, I'm kidding. That's not the answer. The answer has been said. The right answer has
It
been
has. And guess who said the right answer? Our buddy Rock.
Rock. Coyotes.
Good job, Rock. There's a lot of coyotes in California. Did you know that, Tyler? Nope. He's not paying attention. All right. Coyotes.
Anywho, has coyotes.
Here's my crown.
First forecast. Take a look at this right now. 51 degrees under a clear sky. It's a nice one out there. What's the story with the crown?
Desmond wears a hat.